Good morning, everyone. This is Paula, back to work on the vintage, shabby chic kind of book that I was inspired to do by Took and Amity Bloom, Nazi. Okay, so let's get started. I first want to apologize for the last video that just shut off. It got to a point, it just shut off. I don't know what was wrong with it. And then, I'm sorry to say that the next video, I thought it was working fine. The next video, I just jumped right into after that because I had the time. And I don't know when it cut off because there was not very much recorded. And I had gone on like it was doing just fine. So we didn't get the video that shows how to make the book and the front of the cover like this. I didn't get that on video. I'm so sorry, but we're going to go over it and the little journal inside. Talk about frustrated. I was frustrated when that happened, but let's go over those first, and then we can look at the other. So this is going to be on the front of the book, which is going to be really, really pretty. And that's the best I could do on getting it to close right. This thing fought through the whole time. It just, if one thing wasn't just perfect, it acted up. But what I did is I put this image on a piece of cards, not cardstock, but chipboard, and then laid that over that. And then I put this frame, which I had to cut straight on this side because it wouldn't open if I didn't. It made me sad. Anyway, and then over here, I put two different blues of Tim Holtz wildflowers. And then I just put this bow with a little flower and then added this lace with the hearts. And of course, this polka dotted thing at the top I showed you how to make in the first video. So then when you flip it over, you've got some vintage ladies. And you can see the lace here. And I went ahead and went along this line and this line and over here and put the flowers just because I didn't want the seams in there. They looked fine. I just didn't want them in there. And then over here, I just fussy cut a big rose and made it as a tuck. And yeah, and the tuck says, "This journal belongs to." So I thought it was a good place for it there. And then we got the white here. This flips out one more time. And then you get this center pocket. Then you get a belly band for this lady. And I put the flowers here and here. On this side, you have a lace pocket. But this is going to be glued down just like that. And you'll only have those few pages. That's how I did the other one. So I hope you like this. I was pulling my hair out the whole time. Just for you guys. No. Anyway, and when you flip it open, okay, we're going to have, in the back of the book, we're going to have this big tuck. Okay, and I didn't want him sticking out anywhere, so I put him just like that. And I love that bright color because we don't have any so far. Now this is the journal that goes right inside here, and you'll just, I think I might Velcro it so you can take it off and do what you would like with it. So anyway, I put a paper ruffle here that I made. And behind it has some vintage wallpaper. And this beautiful floral from Amity Bloom with a blue ticket stuck under it and the word believe. Then I stitched around it and added this on. then came back and put this on today. So I think it turned out really sharp. You can see here where the book was bound. Now, this book, if I'm going to use Velcro, I'll have to cover the back, because it goes like this. Tell me what you think in the video. Should I just glue it down so you don't have it going everywhere, or do you want to be able to pull it out and go through the book? Tell me what your opinion is of that, because I'm not going to add it today. Okay, so here's the journal. It just has all kinds of pages, several different papers, and I don't know what all's in here. A lot. Music sheet, you know, maybe some dictionary in there, but just things you'd see in a journal. And then here is the back page with another vintage lady. You got a lace up here. You could tuck it, or you got lace down here where you can tuck it. And I think it would stay in better in this one rather than the other. So we have 2 books made, and I apologize. I was so angry. I was frustrated, and my husband sat down and worked on my phone, and he said he thinks it will do better this time. So hopefully we get this video. I'll try to peek at it every now and then. Okay, so that's those. And I am going to go ahead and add this little guy, because he needs to dry before we put everything else in there anyway. So it's a side tuck. It's kind of a collage book digital page. I think it's like for collaging. Yeah, sometimes your glue just wants to make you mad. Okay. Crazy, crazy. I'll probably have glue coming out. Okay. And I want it to not be perfect, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, you could also, in this book, leave this out and do another book on the back. And I've seen that done a lot. You know, that way you don't have any issues with it. I don't think there's any sticky, but I felt it somewhere because it's on my hands. Maybe not. I bet it is on me. Sometimes you can get it off of your hand like that when it doesn't cooperate. Okay, so moving along, we're going to do the pages today, and I want you guys to help me with that. That's the next step. Now, I know there hasn't been a ton of steps, but that's what we're going to do. I folded them in half and cut them to a correct size. And so nothing's really been placed in a specific place that I know of. No, it hasn't. Okay, so let's put some of these extra pages that we don't add to books all the time, like things that we've dug out to put with it. Papers that aren't part of the digital papers that I used, and the tea stained and the coffee stained and all that. So I really love this, and I'm thinking, what would it look like with this? Well, I think it'll look good, but you know, anything can be changed. I still like this one. I guess I did stack these in some kind of order. I just realized it. But I think what it is I don't have any of this color, this peach, at the front. I think it needs to have pink and blue for sure. Pink and something. I like that. Don't you? So maybe we'll use that one instead. Let's see what this one would look like. I always like to pretty paper to kind of coordinate back and forth. So we got that. We got this. We got that. We got this. I'm still sticking with that wallpaper. I really wanted it to have wallpaper at the front. So, let me see. This is what I picked for the center of the book. Ooh, that's pretty too. Okay, so we'll get this show on the road. Right there is what we'll decide on. Now, we need to put them inside each other. And sometimes when you do that, you have things that don't work. Or they're one's longer than the other. This is a very narrow book. It is 5 inches. And then your paper's 4 3/4 by 8 1/4, I believe is, yeah, 8 1/4 is the book and 8 is the paper. So yeah, interesting, right? So let's just start putting all these together first. And I don't normally show this, but because I don't want to bore you, but I'm just putting them all in. And then you want to make sure you go in. You have to open the page up. And I just went right by that without opening it. Okay. There you go. You got to pay attention or you won't have it in the right spot. Now, see, I think those two need to swap out. So we're going to do this. Avocado dyed paper. Gingham with roses and pink and lace. Tea stained. Some of these are just papers I had in a box and I don't know who any of the people are. You know, I just wanted this to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I know this pastel wallpaper, I think. Who did I get that from? Probably was tailor-made. I apologize for not knowing that, but I've kind of been out of the loop. All right. There it is in blue gingham. Now, when we get done doing this, we're going to have paper that's longer than it needs to be. And we have to be careful. We only have 1/4 of an inch to work with, see? So if you put this all the way over to where it needs to be, we're going to have to trim some of this paper. But I usually don't do it until the very end. So let's put this in the center of the book. And so when you open it, will look like that. And sometimes I like to cut them before it gets to that, gets so many, but it's really easier to wait. Okay, so let's decide what we want to start putting in there that's old. It's going to be old stuff. Okay, let's see what we got. This is an old, oh gosh, what is it called? Planner page. And this is just some of the old business page that they used to have these on both sides, and it would run through and make copies. I remember when I worked in the medical office, these were a pain, but they got the job done, and that's what they used for years and years. So I think I'm going to put it right here in front of this vintage style woman, and I'm going to leave the little holes at the top because I like the look it has. And let's see, what do we have next? Let's find something for blue. Got a lot of pink going on through here, don't we? Well. Let's see. We want to break up the pink a little bit. I think I'm going to use this green notebook page. I'm going to put it like this. It's hard to decide. I like to put everything in the book where if you decorate one page, like this page, for instance, if you wanted to put something green, I want to put it over here. It's just, you know, it's just what I do. I kind of weird. I could take forever doing just this paper. Okay. Now in this one, this is where we needed that mint green paper that we just put in. So I'm going to move it to here because I think it will be better over by this. And so when it opens, you're going to have this lined paper with this mint green. And this is how I make the decisions on where they go. I just kind of thumb through and try to decide which one's which. I want to put anything there. So let's try this blue sheet in here. So we'll have pink and blue beside each other. And then, let's see, we have another blue with lines. So let's go toward the back. We haven't put anything. You really just have to stay in the first signature, or first half of the signature. And let's see where we could put something else blue. Probably right there. It's not the blue you think of putting there, but we'll do like this. There we go. And now we just need to start adding the others where there's blank spots. We could do the dictionary page here. That'd be fun, huh? Okay. And music. Where do we need some music? I think music can go here. Let's just put it right here. And just keep thumbing through it until you see something you think will look good with whatever. And I'm going to put these, I like to put these little pad pages in because I just think it gives it character. Now let's think of where we're going to put this journal page. Let's go back this way. I like where it says notes here, and it doesn't really have anything to I put the tea stained side to the outside. This yellow and blue is on the inside, which is one of the two of the colors I like to use in this book. It's kind of got all the primaries except lavender. Okay. We can put this right here. It says little butterflies and flowers. And let's go back this way. We've got a sack we want to include. So I have to do that. I like the yellow with it, don't you? It's not really yellow, it's tea stained. I don't know why I called it that. And I tell you, it's hard. There's so many of everything. Okay, I guess I have 2 of those bags. We don't need 2. I don't think. Do you think we need 2? Did you hear that? See, nobody agrees. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in. I must have had a reason. Wonder if that goes with the other side. Let me look at their papers, or the other signature. Yeah, that's what it is. It goes over here. It got separated from its stack. Okay, so here is another little planner type paper. Let's see. Has different colors on the other side. And come on. Here's one. We could put this other notebook style paper, except it's made out of like cardstock. Okay. All right, man. We can't put much more in here. We don't know where we'll end up. But here's some pretty flowers. So goes like this. Okay, one more. What to do today? Kind of little message. Put it right here. Okay. So this is 26 pages. And 25, 26 now. And all of this that's sticking out has to be cut off. And I'm not going to do that today with us together because it takes a long time. What I'll do, though, I'll tell you what I do. I take so many sheets out, and I can either use a blade with a cutting mat, or I can just trim them, which is not a good idea unless you trim straight, or I can use the trimmer. And usually that's what I do, but I use my nice big one, you know. And then that, when you see it next, it won't be perfect because I don't really want it perfect. But now see, this would not bother some people. But I like them to be like this. Let me show you. I'll show you our example. See, I like to add things to it for it to stick out. But you haven't seen the whole inside of this, but it's really beautiful. And it would be hard to get rid of. But I might get rid of both of them and make myself another one. I don't know. Look at that. Some beautiful ephemera in here. And that's what makes it fun. And I just kind of made it out of stuff, you know. This one has some tabs in it, some script paper, decorative tea paper, avocado paper, coffee and tea, stained papers. One of the big envelopes we made in a video once. Trying to use my stuff up. And of course a side tuck here with a butterfly that I decoupaged, but first I collaged it. And I collaged a big piece of paper with neutral colors, and then I came back and put dictionary, not dictionary, but I Mod Podged it with napkins. Okay, and I slid that under here, which is a piece of its own made out of paper, and then I made a tag. And you'll see more of that later. I'm not even, I said I wasn't going to show you till this was over. Here I am, just showing everybody. But anyway, it is going to be a gorgeous book when it's done. So, I don't want to bore you too much by doing this. So if those of you that don't want to watch this, just putting the paper in the book, you can, you know, go on and watch another video, or stay here. We'd love for you to. Sometimes those simple things you do in your everyday life are the most relaxing. Sometimes I sit down to relax and I think, oh, you know, it's just weird. But I'm putting this one on the top of the second signature instead of swapping them out, because I feel like I want them both to be different. I don't always do that. I didn't do that in the first book I made like this. But you guys are going to love this when it's done. I don't know. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, because now it looks like something's missing right there. I bet it was supposed to be the blue tag. Let's see what we do here. Might have got something swapped around. Huh. Doesn't look like it, does it? A lot of pink in this back signature. Well, well, well. What can I say? Well, we'll put some of this stuff over here in between these pink pages. It's the best thing to do. Or put this pink page right here, so there's not two right together. That's better. That's all I really do, is I don't want all the pink in one spot and all the other stuff, you know, wherever. So, I laid all these, when I folded these, I laid them intentionally in a way that I thought would be good for this journal. And so we are going to have somewhere along the way, and probably the next video, we're going to have a Christmas video. It will be before July is over. We'll see. It may be before this video. Who knows? I have to ask my director, my husband. He's not my director. Just trying to make a funny. Okay. Hope you guys got to watch some good videos while I was out. There's a lot of talented people out there. Can't believe the number of people I haven't watched. And we need to break out and watch those people. So I've, you know, I keep YouTube open on my television, and I watch it while I'm cutting or fussy cutting or doing something else, you know. And I I enjoy it, doing it that way. Okay. The center page is going to be the same. If I can get it open. There you go. Now, we're going to find a place for this bag before we start doing those other pages. We want it to, you know, this is perfect. Have a little bit of pink behind it. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, okay, so let's start with the big pages over here. And they're the same one, same type of big pages. So we don't have to fret. Let's put something here. Maybe we'll put this blue, oceany water. Whatever it is. Put this right here. Because I think that's where I put the other one. I'm not trying to match them. I'm just trying to find spaces that they look good with, you know. So, no, it's not there. Not there. I hope I'm not boring you guys. Boom, boom, boom. We need some color right in here. Let's see what I got. Some blue stripe paper. Let's go back and see where we can find a place to put the flowers where they'll stand out on this one little section. How about right here? This will work. This is like that other page that we had that was just extra. I'm sorry, you guys. I might or might not be humming. Okay. Let's go in here with it. You just have to do it, you know. You can look all day. And I have a problem with doing that. That whole look all day thing. Well, let's add this in here. Have a bunch of brown going on. Now I need to find a good place. This is a good place for this. So we didn't get the front books done, and I'm so sorry about that. You know, people have said that on videos forever, and I'm like, well, how does your camera just shut off? Well, it does. This is the first time it's happened to me, and it's aggravating when it does. So, always check every now and then. If you can. It's not that easy to stop and do from what you're doing because you're trying to beat a time limit, you know. I know that the videos are long, but also It's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So we've got this second signature done. Now, I've got 1 and 2. So here's the blank one. This is going to be in front of this one. I'm going to put it in here so you can get an idea of how it's going to look. It's going to look great after I get these papers trimmed. And I'm not going to do that on camera. Everybody knows how to do that. Just run it through your trimmer. And then we're going to have, let me get it, our books. Our little hardbound books. Going to have this on the front, which I think is going to be really pretty. And I like it better than the first set I made. And then we'll have the little journal in here. And I don't think I'm going to have it where it Velcros because, you know, it's okay. It'll be there and you'll just have to close it when you do things. Just, you know, that's how I look at it. It doesn't bother me. I've been flipping through the other one and it doesn't bother me. So I guess we can glue these down together if you'd like. But I think it'd be easier when we decorate to do this last. Because, you know, I don't want it to get all messed up. Okay. So we've got the front to do. We've got to bind it. And I think if we have time, we can do that now. We're at 40 minutes. The problem is I don't have the papers cut. Everybody knows how to bind a book. If you don't, there's so many. Just put in, how do I bind a book on the YouTube, and it will bring up someone that will teach you how to do it. And different kinds, like if you want the 3-hole stitch or you want the 5. Just type in what you want and it will bring it up for you. And Gail has a bunch of good ones. So anything is possible. I'm going to leave some of these scraps out of here so we can be ready to do what we need. These were some of the other vintage ones I have, but I just didn't want to use all of the vintage stuff I got. Not yet. So, ephemera. What are we going to use? Well, we've got this little box full of all kinds of ephemera. And most of it, not all of it, I made. So this would be fun. Like I did this one envelope. It was a digital. So I got to be truthful. It was a digital, but it's beautiful. And it just comes out. And I may try to put that in there somewhere. And I've been going through all the stuff I've been making. You know, I put into, if it's tags, they go in the tag box. If it's other ephemera, it goes in the other box. But, yeah. And here's one of the tags and pocket that will be going in this book. And a couple envelopes. There's one. And this is the envelope right there. This is also an envelope, but it's made out of book pages. And I've had this in my stash because I've been hoarding it. And right here you can pull out, there's something here you can pull out. See, right here, it's a journaling card. I've had this for 2 years probably. I've been protecting it because, you know, I just loved it when I got done with it. And I've used some negative of punching and some of Edith Holden's stuff. And you just, I don't know what they expect you to do, but this is where the envelope is. And I just hooked it like that. Okay. And so we've already seen that. And I have a few other things that are made. Here is another one of those cute envelopes, or it may end up being a pocket. Just have to see what I need. Here's a pretty pocket here I thought we would use. Maybe with this little one here, or maybe we'll make another one. Haven't decided. Here's how those envelopes look before you do anything else to them. And we're going to do, here is a page that goes over a page, and it gives you 2 pockets or 3. Same on this side. I just made them, folded up, one bigger than the other. You could use it like this as well. Just glue down the sides, and then you fill 2 pockets. And then I have this green, which I'm not going to use unless I need it. But it doesn't really go with the color scheme. And then just this little book with pockets on each end if we need it. Here's one that we'll use. This is a pocket, and this is both of these. This is, what is it? It's wallpaper from Tailor Made Crafts, and this is avocado paper. This is just a simple envelope, but you can change envelopes into other things. And I like this because this is one of those bag flips. And you put something down in the little bag and close it down. We may use that. And here's a double pocket. And here's 2 more tags that I made. One with the cluster, one without. And then a little envelope that needs to be closed I've had. And then this, I love these little, they fold out and you can journal, but I haven't decorated it. I thought we'd do that together. So I didn't do the paper the right direction. I'll wait and do a tutorial on that. Yeah. So that's a lot of what we're going to use, and we'll make some. Also, got to make ephemera, right? And so this is what we've got to look forward to. I will trim the edges of the paper and bind it into the book. I will not glue the 2 books onto the journal. I'll wait and we'll do that together. And yeah, so I won't decorate it with you for sure once we've got it going. And then, of course, we got to come up with some other ephemera and stuff that will look good with it. So, you guys, I hope you've had fun. I'm sorry about the last video. So, this would have been video 4, but it's video 3. And that's okay. I hope you guys are enjoying this little series, I guess, you know, from start to finish. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go a few minutes early, and because I went over the last 2 times. It was like 1:08 or something. It looks like I'm still recording. So thank you, Lord, for keeping it running for me. So I'll tell you briefly what we've been doing. I haven't, but I've been supervising. That's not true, but we've been remodeling bathrooms because the bathrooms in our house in Branson were terrible. And there was one that I wouldn't even go into, you know. That was the guest bathroom for the guest bedrooms upstairs. So that was the first one we did. And I did it in blue and white. and a touch of gray. It's beautiful. And my husband stepped the tile up and put a printed tile in there, and it's beautiful. First time he had ever done anything like he did in that bathroom, and it looks very professional. Same in the master bathroom downstairs. We are doing finishing touches now on stain and stuff. But yeah, took that tub out and we put in a really nice shower and everything. We have the saucer lights for above our new mirror. We got a quartz countertop that's solid white, and it's stunning. And we went with brushed nickel on all of the faucets and so forth. And we added 2 stained wood shelves over the toilet and put those new pipes that are out that looks like you're looking under a sink, you know, and you see these pipes, and they're black. So basically black, and the walls are very pale yellow, and all the cabinets and trim. It's like, I'm trying to think how I can describe it. It has a red tone, but not red. You know, it has a red in it, and I think it's, I don't know really. I can't tell you. It's not oak. It's not walnut. It's its own color. I mean, it's kind of got a red tone. But my husband went over the oak cabinets with it just to see, and they looked brand new. And they're very expensive cabinets, and we didn't see any sense in tearing them out. So we're not going to in the kitchen. We're just going to put a new countertop, a new farmhouse sink, and we've already put the new lighting, which is mason jars. And we've decorated the walls, but we want to paint in there. And we'll see, but the stain is identical to the cabinets in my kitchen, which is weird. But, oh, and we got 2 farmhouse doors. So to go into our master bathroom, the guests have to help you. They use it too. So we wanted it to be nice, and they come in and go through a farmhouse door, and there's a lock and everything. And then on the other side to our master bedroom, there's a farmhouse door. So in our master bedroom, we have one, and in the utility room, we have one. And so it looks really good. And he had to change out all the door facings and stuff. But my poor husband, he's done well. He's actually lost some weight. I told him I was jealous. Okay, guys, just a little bit of what we've been doing. He's been doing that the whole time in between taking care of me, and he's done a fabulous job. I couldn't be more pleased with my husband's help and so forth. And we're still going through that because walking is a struggle for me right now. And I'd welcome any prayers. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.